Hey, what's up, you guys? This is Steven, and I want to talk with you about a Korean drama that I watched all the way through from beginning to end. It is called Stairway to Heaven, aka Escalera al cielo. That's the Spanish name for it. And the Korean name for it is Cheon-guk. I'm pretty sure I mispronounced that, so I apologize. But anywho, Um, okay, so I wound up watching this telenovela, sorry, this Korean drama, and I found out about it through Mundo Fox. They aired this on Mundo Fox, and I was like, hey, I didn't know that there was a market for dubbed Spanish, like Korean dramas dubbed in Spanish. So I was like, hey, this is pretty cool. It's not English, but at least it's something that's like halfway accessible to me. Usually like Asian things usually stay in the Asian market. It doesn't really cross over to the Western market. So it's kind of cool to see, you know, the Korean wave taking its effect. But anyway, there are four major characters in this show, and two of these characters have a very similar name that until recently I found that like was able to decipher the difference between. Okay, so we have a female. The female lead is named Jun Soo. The male lead, or the male lead slash the love interest of the female lead, is named Sung Ju. So we have Jun Soo and Sung Ju. For some reason, that really confused me while I was watching it because they were referring to one character. I'm like, I can't, like, I don't, like, I can't decipher the difference between their names when I hear them. I finally was able to just look it up on the internet and find out the difference. And even still, I kind of have some difficulties with it. But anywho, and then we have two other major characters. Um, we have Yuri, which is the stepsister of Junsu, the female lead, and then we have Taiwa, which is the stepbrother of the female lead, and this brother, biological brother of Yuri. And pretty much this is pretty much like a love rectangle type of thing going on. And Taiwa wants the female lead, and Yuri wants the male lead. But the female lead and the male lead want each other. And by the way, just in case you didn't know, like spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. I'm probably going to mention some spoilers here. Just in case, you didn't know, I put it out there 3 times for you. Okay. So, anywho, at one point or another, early in the show, Yuri hits the female lead, Junsu, with her car, and that causes Junsu to lose her memory. And Yuri winds up switching out the ID of Junsu with a burn victim, a person who died. So everyone thinks that Junsu is dead, and she wound up getting her father to pretty much like take care of Junsu, so that everyone would think that she was dead and she would be out of their life, so that she could have the male lead, because the male lead wants the female lead. Sungju wants Junsu. Yeah, Junsu. Or Junsu. I don't know. Their names are kind of difficult for me to pronounce. But anywho, so pretty much it's more or less like a battle of love, and they're both like everyone's trying to get everyone like get their love interest. And at one point, the female lead, Junsu, develops eye cancer, and this causes her to start losing her vision, and she needs an eye transplant in order to continue to live a life with vision. And Taiwa is in love with Junsu, and at one point they kind of had a relationship, kinda ish, but unfortunately it was never ever quite reciprocated from Junsu, the female lead's end. But Taiwan makes the ultimate sacrifice for her. Um, the doctor said that they can't get a donor from a person who is alive, and because of that, you know, Taiwan again he makes the ultimate sacrifice for her. And like at this point, I was like, okay. I'm like looking at it like right before it happens. I'm like, oh, there's a reason why they call it Stairway to Heaven. But please, like, don't, don't. He did. I was like, dang it. Like, it didn't have to be like that. Like, there was, if they just put their resources together, it probably didn't, like, I'm sure they could have come up with something. But, the title shows why the show is called Stairway to Heaven. And because of that, Sunju is able to get her Junsu, the female lead, is able to get a pair of eyes and see again. And the way Taiwa set this up was he wound up phasing himself out of her life right before all of this happened. And he was like, I'm in Paris, so I won't be around for a while. So she's just thinking he's in Paris, having a good time. He even sent some postcards, So it's like, oh, look at it. But yeah, he's not quite in Paris, It's a good place, but it's not, it's not on Earth. It's not here. It's not tangible. But anywho, unfortunately, the good moment is short-lived because Junsu has a tumor that is inoperable, and she only has but a few. Like her time is limited severely. Again, like this is why I'm just thinking about it. I'm like, oh, this is why they call it Stairway to Heaven. I'm like, don't do this to me. But at least they let them go all the way to like the end of the show. They didn't like kick them out like in the middle or in the beginning. But still, I was like, dang it. So then the female lead and the male lead have their last scene on like the beach at this beach house where they used to go when they were kids. And then the female lead dies in the male lead's arms. The male lead is Sung-ju. I get their names mixed up and confused, so I apologize for that. Like, dang it. And by the way, Yuri went to jail for hitting the female lead with her car, and then her mom wound up going crazy. Again, it's a lot of things I'm leaving out because there's a lot that goes into it. But I just want to give you a quick review from my perspective of the show, and also bring up some things that I've noticed on the show. I noticed that there wasn't a lot of PDA. It's like I can count the number of times they kissed on one hand. Also, the number of times that they showed like the characters engaging in sex, like they didn't even show it really, but it was like on the wedding night. I was like, what? Who's? Whoa! I didn't know people really still did it that way. But I appreciated that actually. It's nice to see like kind of like a wholesomeness in the media. Because a lot of times the media is kind of like sex obsessed. and it's just always like sex, 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 and that sells shows, and that gets people to watch, and it's like, ooh, look at it, like look at them. um, but yeah, and I haven't thought about the next Korean drama I would watch. I want to watch. I think I'll just wait a while for it. Um, I watched just one because I was just really interested in it, and it seemed interesting. And also, I wanted to it was dubbed in Spanish, so again, it was something that was accessible to me. Not quite as it's not as accessible as it is in English, but there also are English subtitles. But I prefer to just watch the Spanish dub. It was just a good way for me to practice my Spanish while also kind of seeing some tidbits of Korean culture and seeing how things are kind of done in a different culture. So it's kind of like killing two birds with one stone. But, you know, overall, I enjoyed watching it, but there were some moments that really was just like, is this like a Korean thing, or is this just like a Stairway to Heaven thing? Um, but I don't want to go on for too long. Again, that's my take on this show, or the drama. And thanks a lot for taking the time to watch my video. Feel free to leave comments about what you like from the show. And again, thanks a lot for watching.